Hi, I just got a big ass surge of energy, and that's simply because, oh my gosh, I feel like I just cracked the fucking code. It is so crazy because the code should have been cracked. The code has been cracked. It's just I lost the code in the midst of a whole bunch of other shit, and now I found it again. I just remembered it. So I had a talk today with someone within the psychology field. I am a psychology major that just graduated. So, I guess my issue or my concern was what to do next. Mind you, I've already had the idea of what I could do. And sometimes I feel like I just probably be needing like a go ahead for me to really just hop into things. But yeah, we was talking about career development and whatnot. And that talk really just it just made sense to me. I feel like it's so important to reach out to physical humans when it comes to navigating certain things that you're just like so highly concerned about. Um, so when it came to my career, yeah, I had to do that. I can't continuously look online to see what everybody else is doing. I need to hear because I might have questions to ask. I might have like some idea about your journey that connects to mine. I feel like I just need connection in order to really just make sense of things. Like everything can't be virtual for me. It can't. It cannot be virtual for me. Everything cannot be virtual for me. Like, so I had a talk with someone that came up to visit my school when I was there, and this was in 2024. And it's so crazy because it was um one morning, like 1 o'clock in the morning type thing, where I'm just going through my notes and I seen an email, a number, and a name. And I'm like, oh, who is this? I really was deleting notes. And I was like, who is this? And so, how I keep up with time is I look at pictures. I take hella pictures. So, that's how I keep up with time. So, I went to my Google Photos all the way to the date was April 24th, 2024. I went and I seen that I had a list of more names, emails, and numbers. And then I remembered, I was like, oh, those were the psychologists that came up to the school to talk to us or whatever. So I'm like, I'm so fucking glad. I took a picture of this. And I remember partially some of the things that they were talking about. It had to do with like, you know, um, life after college, as far as graduate school, the route you could take from a master's to a doctorate and this and that and that and this. So I was like, maybe if I ask, like another experienced psychologist, they might have some information for me. Cause mind you, my surroundings, I have no psychologists surrounding me. And it's so crazy because I'm taking a field or I'm interested in a field that I never knew anything about growing up. So yeah, this is just a matter of I don't know. Sometimes it's okay to reach out, and I'm not the type to really just reach out, but I do feel like I'm in an era now where I understand when it's okay to reach out, and yeah. But so I talked with her. Well, I reached out like maybe a couple weeks ago, and we finally was able to sit down and talk, and just simply hearing her story and hearing all the paths and the different routes she had to take, or just the specific things that she was interested in, it was actively expanding my mind as she was talking about it, because sometimes I just get too adapted to my environment and I forget that things don't have to operate just one way. It could go multiple ways, and no matter how much I know that and how much I remember that, my mind still begins to shrink when I'm like at home specifically, unfortunately. So it's a matter of like pushing out of that, like the box is trying to box me in, but I'm like, I'm sorry, that just killed me. But it's just a matter of me literally trying to like push out of confined areas and branch out into stuff and not allow my circumstances or my situation to box me in. So yeah, I had a talk with her, and she just literally brought me back to a thought that I had literally in college. And it's so crazy because she got to a period where she reached a flow state with her talking. Like she was talking. I was listening. But then all of a sudden I started realizing, bitch, I'm having deja vu. And every time I get a period of deja vu, that's how I know I am aligned, I am on track, and something is about to go right. Because it it's just so crazy because I've actually been having hella deja vu lately, like hella. And I can't really get into the logistics of that specifically, but maybe after everything coming to fruition, I'll talk about it. But yeah, I was just like, damn, like I literally dreamt about this. And I'm the type of person, my dreams literally come true. Like literally come true. There was a time where I was in, what was that, 10th grade, and I had a dream about looking out the window in one of my classes and seeing a specific area. And I was like, I know I'm not just thinking, like this is not the, oh, I feel like I've been here before. No, I've dreamt this. I've literally had a dream about this, and this shit is right here. That's when I first knew like my dreams are real. But so yeah, it was a matter of that, and I was like, this feels so like I've definitely dreamt about this before. It was a minute ago, and I almost can pinpoint when I dreamt about it, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, we just had a very meaningful conversation, and it just it took some pressure off of my chest for sure, because even in the state that I am in now, I still was like, yeah, things are rolling again, but I'm still confused on where to go, what to do, what I will do. But now it's like they're a little bit more narrower now. And it was it seemed as if all I had to do was really just, you know, get the ball rolling for real, and everything else will start, shifting in the ways that it needs to shift. So I am so grateful for this day. I'm so grateful for that call that I had. I'm so grateful for the information that she had. I'm grateful for the route that she specifically took, because all of that led to this day where she was able to give me information on a route that I could take, or a, a idea of how I could go about things. So now I'm about to go to work. And this is also something else that's like kind of helping me weed out certain jobs that I'm willing to take as well, because I'm not just about to do anything just because I need a job. That's something that I just can't get behind. I can't. And I was talking about that with her too. And she was like, no, I understand, because this is like a generation where you just physically can't. Like, if something is not working, if something doesn't make sense, if it doesn't align, if you're not interested, you just physically can't. And that's literally me. I can't. I'm being so serious when I say that. I will break down. I might, like, if y'all want me to be level headed, if y'all want me to react in a proficient way, if y'all want me to be able to interact correctly and not cause turmoil within the setting, I have to be able to do something that is calming to my head and not just like taking me away from who I am, especially already revealing and understanding and knowing and paying attention to who I am as a person. To be stripped of that, that causes you to act out of character. And I haven't had a chance where I needed to act out of character, but I always fear that part of me, because I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna get into it, but I always fear like having to be at a point where I act out of character because I could not control myself. I'm so big on controlling my actions, but that's neither here nor there. I have to, get to work, so I can't really get into everything how I need to, how I want to, but I do feel very chatty right now. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Um, this is a great update. So I'm happy. I'm cheerful. I did wake up with my eyes puffy. I do think I'm getting a little sick. So, well, no, God forbid. No, 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 no. I don't think I'm getting sick. I think the sickness is trying to get to me and I'm fighting back. That's where I am. But you know, I said I was supposed to rest this week and I'm still on go. So I'm literally going to rest this weekend before I blast off for February. That's neither here nor there. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm happy. I did not mean to say that, but I'm happy. Anyways, I love you. Bye.